Hello everyone, I'm here again and this time I'm going to discuss a very important topic with all of you, and this topic is very interesting also to discuss, and very frequently questions are asked in the examination from this topic. This is central dogma, or you can say central dogma in molecular biology. So as we are studying molecular basis of inheritance, and in this we have to study about the central dogma. This is very important process, because without this process any gene is not able to express itself. So basically when we talk about this process or this central dogma, three things are involved in this. The very first is the genetic material which is present in the organisms, that is DNA, and the second one which is present is RNA. So how these two are related, or basically three things are there. We have to relate proteins also with the central dogma. So we are going to study how these three things are related to each other when we have to discuss about the central dogma in molecular biology. See, the basic thing which is present is the DNA, that is deoxyribose nucleic acid. Okay, so can you guess that what can be produced by a DNA? Or basically when I will tell you that RNA, it can be made, it can be synthesized by a DNA itself. This is very interesting to know that RNA can be made from a DNA with the help of a process that is called as transcription. So this is one definition which has come here. The transcription is the process of formation of RNA molecule from a DNA molecule, or you can say from a single DNA strand that is working as a template for the formation of RNA molecule, and this process is called as transcription. And the enzyme, actually when we are talking about the formation of things, or about the formation of RNA from DNA, so some enzymes are also responsible who play their roles in their formation. About them also we are going to talk. And first of all, let me tell you that as we have talked about the formation of RNA from DNA, now the proteins will be formed from the RNA, the proteins which are functional, because DNA is going to express as it is present in the genes. So the genes will be able to express the instruction or the information which is present in the DNA only, and if and only in that case when that information will be converted into functional protein. So this is very important step for any particular information to be expressed in any generation, that first of all it has to be converted into functional protein. So that's why the proteins can be formed from DNA, and this process can be called as translation. So another definition has come here. The translation is the process of formation of protein from a single RNA strand. This is the main process of translation. So from DNA we can make RNA, and from RNA proteins can be made. Okay, one more thing I would like to tell you here, that this process, or you can say this step is, as you can see here, I have made this type of arrow here. So these arrows which are pointing in both the directions, they simply say that the process is actually reversible. The process can be reversed. So in some organisms, only few examples actually we are having. In some organisms, as for example retrovirus, what can happen is DNA can be formed by RNA. This is very unique feature, but it is shown by some of the organisms. As for example, I have already told you about retrovirus. So DNA can be synthesized by the strands of RNA, and as this is the process which is happening in reverse direction, this is the reverse of transcription. That's why this process is named as reverse transcription. This is very rare to see actually. Only few organisms show this process. and this is the reverse, or you can say transcription is happening in backward direction. So that's why this is called as reverse transcription. So basically we have understood about the transcription process, translation or reverse transcription. So we have seen that how the RNA are formed by DNA, or how the proteins, or you can say functional proteins, are formed from RNA. But what about the production or synthesis of DNA molecule actually? So when we talk about the synthesis of DNA molecule, it can be synthesized by a previously existed DNA strand, or you can say that DNA can be made with already existing DNA molecule. So DNA, they don't require any other thing for their production. They are able to produce their replica actually. They are able to make the another strand from a single strand. So that's why they are producing their replica, and this type of formation of DNA from previously existing DNA molecule is called as replication, because they are forming the replica of themselves. So the DNA are forming the replica of themselves. So that's why this process is called as replication, because DNA are being formed from a DNA itself. So that's why this is the process of replication. Now let's talk something about the enzymes which are present or which are helpful in these processes. So when we talk about, first of all, just start with the DNA. So as DNA are being produced with another DNA strand, so this is the enzyme which is present here is called as DNA polymerase. The enzyme which is responsible for DNA production is DNA polymerase, or it is simply said as DNAP. So this is DNA polymerase, which is helpful here for the process of DNA replication. When it comes about transcription, here the enzyme which is present is RNA polymerase. Okay, but very important thing to know here that these two enzymes which are being helpful here, they both are DNA dependent. They are not able to work without DNA molecule. So they both are DNA dependent molecules. And when we talk about this process, reverse transcription, where DNA are formed from RNA, reverse process is happening. So the enzyme which is responsible here, it is reverse transcriptase. Reverse transcriptase is the enzyme which is present here, which is helpful in the process of reverse transcription. So without these enzymes also, these processes cannot take place. So this is very, very important to know that which enzyme is being helpful where, to understand the whole process of central dogma. So let's recall the things once again. When we are talking about the central dogma of molecular biology, in that basically we are talking about three different types of things: DNA, RNA and proteins. The formation of RNA is happening from DNA. This is the process of transcription, and the formation of protein, or you can say functional protein, is happening from RNA. This is the process of translation. And DNA can be synthesized by a previously existing another DNA molecule or DNA strand. This is the process of DNA replication, as DNA are forming the replica of themselves. And another different types of enzymes are helpful in these processes. As for example, for the process of DNA replication, we have DNA polymerase. For the process of transcription, we have RNA polymerase. Both these enzymes are DNA dependent because they can't work without DNA. And the enzyme which is responsible for the process of reverse transcription, this is reverse transcriptase. So this is the whole process of central dogma. I think you must have understood about the facts which are included in this topic. So the rest of the topics we will cover in the next video. Thank you everyone for watching.